Moneybagg Yo.
Yep.
What names did you have before Moneybagg Yo?
Lil Yo.
So just Lil Yo and Moneybagg Yo.
Rubber Band Yo.
Yeah,
Lil Yo.
See,
Something like
yeah.
that.
He gonna get in the car and be like, man, I'm so glad I used to call myself Iceman. You know, just something.
Just so silly.
Yeah.
Funerals are meant to be quiet and respectful. They are places where arguments, rivalries, and outside drama are supposed to stop. People gather to mourn, remember, and support one another during a painful moment. But on January 13, 2024 in Memphis, that sense of peace was broken in seconds. What should have been a calm gathering at a local event venue suddenly turned into chaos. Gunshots rang out without warning. People screamed and ran for safety, hiding behind cars and walls. Within minutes, the mood of grief turned into panic. When everything settled, the city learned that Anthony Mims, widely known as Big Juke, had been killed. Police quickly said this was not a random incident. Investigators described it as a planned and targeted attack. Witnesses reported that several shots were fired in broad daylight. Soon after the shooting, a white SUV was seen speeding away from the scene. The details suggested preparation, coordination, and clear intent. News spread fast and Memphis was once again filled with shock, fear, and rising tension. Big Juke was not an ordinary figure. He was the older brother of Yo Gotti and an important executive at Collective Music Group, CMG. While he stayed out of the spotlight, he played a major role behind the scenes. When word of his death reached the public, social media reacted immediately. Questions and theories began circulating almost instantly. People wondered if this was connected to old rivalries, personal conflicts, or something deeper that the public did not yet understand. To understand the strong reaction, it helps to know who Big Juke was. He was not an artist chasing attention or fame. Instead, he worked quietly in the background, helping build one of the most successful music organizations to come out of Memphis. His responsibilities included finding new talent, managing relationships, organizing operations, and helping artists grow their careers. CMG, led publicly by Yo Gotti, developed from a local label into a powerful national brand. Artists such as Moneybagg Yo, Black Youngsta, and Glorilla found success under its banner. While Yo Gotti became the public face of the company, many insiders describe Big Juke as one of the key people who helped build its foundation. He was known for being calm, focused, and strategic. Because of his role, his death felt bigger than a personal loss. It raised serious questions about stability within Memphis music business. When someone who operates quietly behind the scenes is killed in such a public and violent way, people naturally start asking why. The details of that afternoon added to the concern. Big Juke had been attending a funeral when the shooting happened. Witnesses said the gunfire came quickly, and the attackers left just as fast. Police later released surveillance images of a white Ford Explorer believed to be involved. However, there were no visible license plates or clear identifying features. As weeks turned into months, no arrests were announced. Authorities asked the public for help and offered anonymous tip lines, but the investigation moved slowly. When cases remain unsolved, rumors often fill the silence. In Memphis, a city that has already experienced years of tension connected to music rivalries, speculation spread rapidly online. Part of the reason the conversation became so intense was timing. Months before his death, Big Juke's name had come up during courtroom testimony related to the 2021 murder of rapper Young Dolph. It is important to understand that these were allegations mentioned during legal proceedings. Big Juke was never formally charged, questioned publicly by police, or convicted of any crime connected to that case. Still, in a city where history and loyalty run deep, public accusations carry weight. When his name appeared in testimony and he was later killed in what police described as a targeted attack, many people began connecting the events. Online discussions quickly shifted toward the idea of retaliation, even though no official link has ever been confirmed. The background of Memphis rap added to the tension. For years, there had been competition between two major camps: Collective Music Group, led by Yo Gotti, and Paper Route Empire, built independently by Young Dolph. Their differences were not only about music but also about influence, business power, and pride within the city. Young Dolph had chosen to remain independent, turning down major deals and building his own label from the ground up. Over time, the rivalry became visible through interviews, lyrics, and subtle public comments. Fans took sides, and the division became part of Memphis music culture. Then, in November 2021, young Dolph was shot and killed at a bakery in broad daylight. His death deeply affected the city and intensified emotions around the existing conflict. Court cases followed, and as new testimony emerged in 2024 and 2025, the situation became even more complicated. When Big Juke was killed while those legal developments were still ongoing, the timeline alone made many people uneasy. Social media quickly labeled the situation as revenge. But there is an important difference between public opinion and proven facts. At this point, authorities have not confirmed any connection between the two cases. Big Juke was never convicted or formally accused of involvement in young Dolph's murder. His killing also remains under investigation, with no official explanation linking it to any past feud. In the absence of clear answers, rumors have grown louder. Memphis now finds itself dealing not only with loss but also with uncertainty. What is known for certain is that a funeral meant to honor someone's life turned into another tragedy. And until investigators provide real answers, the questions and the tension will likely remain. For many people online, the situation seemed to complete a painful cycle. A theory began to spread quickly across social media. Some believe that if Big Juke's name had been mentioned, even indirectly, in situations connected to the tension around young Dolph's death, then his own killing must have been an act of revenge. That idea moved fast across YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. Emotionally, the story made sense to many. It followed the pattern people often associate with street conflicts, one incident leading to another. Memphis already has a history of rivalries that have grown over time, so the theory fit what people expected to see. But there is one important fact that often gets overlooked. Law enforcement has never publicly confirmed that retaliation was the motive. No official statement has connected Big Juke's death to young Dolph's case, and no one has been charged under that explanation. At this point, the revenge narrative is still only speculation. The reason theories grow so quickly is simple. When there are no clear answers, people fill the silence with their own ideas. Memphis has experienced this cycle before. Allegations create tension. Tension sometimes leads to violence. Violence is followed by limited information. And when officials remain quiet, the public begins to interpret events on their own. But interpretation is not the same as evidence. Still, the sequence of events looked powerful to many observers. A name appears in courtroom testimony. Months later, that same person is killed in what police describe as a targeted attack. The case remains unsolved. For many people, that timeline felt too connected to ignore. Once that belief spread in the streets and online, it grew quickly and reached far beyond the city. Then the situation became even more complicated. Within hours of the shooting, social media users began searching for more connections. Videos appeared, discussion threads grew, and attention shifted toward another major name connected to collective music group, Moneybagg Yo. It is important to be clear. There is no official evidence, police statement, or court document linking Moneybagg Yo to the killing. He has not been charged, questioned publicly, or named by investigators in connection with the case. So why did his name begin trending? The answer is proximity. Moneybagg Yo is one of the biggest artists under CMG. He was publicly close to Yo Gotti and Big Juke. When a tragedy happens within a well-known circle, people often look inside that circle first before considering other possibilities. In emotional moments, assumptions can spread faster than facts. Some online content creators took advantage of the situation. Sensational thumbnails suggested secret betrayals or hidden setups. Comment sections became places where rumors were treated like confirmed information. Views increased, engagement grew, but most of the claims had no verified source. This is how the online rumor cycle works. An unsolved case, famous names, and public curiosity can quickly turn speculation into something that feels real. In reality, Moneybagg Yo publicly mourned Big Juke along with others from the CMG family. There were no suspicious posts, no legal filings, and no official developments involving him. Yet his name continued to trend, showing how quickly narratives can move once the internet locks onto a story. To understand why speculation spreads so easily, it helps to understand Memphis itself. This is not just a city with a strong music scene. It is also a place shaped by neighborhood identity, long-standing loyalty, and deep local pride. Areas of the city have their own histories, alliances, and tensions that existed long before music success entered the picture. Yo Gotti is connected to North Memphis, while Young Dolph represented South Memphis. That division was already there, but success in the music industry made those lines more visible. When artists rise to fame, they often carry their neighborhood connections with them. In a city like Memphis, those ties matter. When something happens to a figure connected to a powerful group, people often interpret events through the lens of loyalty and territory. Instead of waiting for confirmed information, some rely on what they believe makes sense based on past conflicts. But history can explain tension, it cannot prove responsibility. Memphis has seen real violence connected to music rivalries before. Because of that history, people are quick to recognize patterns. The danger is assuming that every situation follows the same script. Emotional stories spread faster than official updates, especially when the facts are limited. The speed of social media has also changed how tragedies are processed. Within a day of the shooting, videos were already claiming hidden motives. Old interviews were analyzed. Past lyrics were replayed. Every detail was examined as if it contained a secret clue. Meanwhile, the investigation itself was still in its earliest stages. There is also an uncomfortable truth behind this trend. Shocking stories attract attention. The more dramatic the claim, the more people click, share, and react. Over time, repeated speculation can start to feel like confirmed reality, even when there is no evidence behind it. Unfortunately, this affects real people. Families who are grieving, artists dealing with suspicion, and a city watching its loss become online entertainment. During all of this, Yo Gotti remained mostly silent. He did not give long interviews or publicly address the rumors. In today's social media world, silence often gets interpreted in different ways. Some people saw it as strength and privacy during a painful time. Others questioned why he did not speak more openly. What many forget is that ongoing investigations often limit what people can safely say. Public comments can be misunderstood, misquoted, or even pulled into legal discussions. In situations connected to active cases, staying quiet can be a careful decision rather than something suspicious. More than a year later, one fact remains unchanged. The murder of Anthony Mims is still unsolved. No suspects have been publicly identified. No confirmed motive has been announced. Police have released surveillance images and asked for public help, but the investigation continues quietly. This uncertainty leaves a heavy feeling behind. For his family, there is no closure. For the Memphis music community, it adds another painful chapter to a history already marked by loss. Online theories about retaliation still circulate, but none have been officially proven. What remains is a difficult reality. Memphis has produced incredible talent, successful businesses, and influential artists. At the same time, it continues to struggle with deep divisions that do not disappear overnight. Many artists are working to move beyond their past environments, building companies, opening businesses, and creating opportunities for others. Yet old tensions can still follow them. The bigger lesson may not be about who is responsible. It may be about how quickly tragedy turns into speculation, and how easily online stories can outrun verified facts. Until investigators provide clear answers, the truth remains incomplete. And for now, Memphis continues to wait, carrying both its success and its unanswered grief at the same time.